Hi, we're here at the Caisse de Dépôt for Capital Innovations Montreal International Venture Forum 2012. We're here with Peter McWilliams, Managing Director of Sanderling Ventures. We have the pleasure of having you as a keynote speaker tomorrow for our business luncheon.
Right.
And you recently have a very great exit with Gemin-X, Montreal-based university spinoff.
Right.
So maybe we can start off just telling you a bit about more like how did you get involved with the company? What made you invest in the company? And
yeah, well, it's a very interesting question, and it's very fitting that we're in this building because we were referred to that investment by CDP.
Oh, you are? Great.
Caisse de Dépôt actually brought us. They made an investment in our fund, in a Sanderling 5, and they brought us to introduce us to a whole series of life science companies up here, and Gemin-X was one that really excited us.
Right.
I think we saw the potential.
So how many companies did they showed you that?
There were like it was a dog and pony show, like 6 or 8 companies.
Okay, right. And Gemin-X was the one that
really
stood
up. It stood up. It's very, very unique biology. Really had the potential to be a big story. We thought at the time. It obviously took a while to develop, but it really stood out as the one that really made sense.
And did it stood out because of its management team, its entrepreneurs, or it's more because of the technology itself?
It was really the technology. I mean, the management team was very nascent at that point, and we were just getting to know them. But it's a new area of biology in the field of cancer in apoptosis, which is a process of cell death that we are very interested in. We understood the biology, and we were interested in sort of developing the chemistry around that.
And are you the one who built the management team afterwards? Or?
It wasn't actually me. I'll give full credit to my partner, Bob McNeil.
Okay, great.
Who has really spent 10 years coming up to Montreal to build the company. It was
not a bad thing to do, though, right?
It's not a bad thing to do.
Fun.
It depends on the month. It depends on the weather.
In the summer, it's good.
And whether you get stuck in Chicago Airport on the way there.
Yes,
but no, it's a beautiful city, and it's actually a great environment.
You're based out of San Diego.
San Francisco and San Diego.
Okay, great.
But we have companies very broadly across North America. We firmly believe good ideas come from lots of different places, and we're not afraid to get on a plane if we see a good idea. So I mean that's the only way.
Are you focused on North America, or are you
focused on North America? The U.S. and Canada. It's very because we do seed and early stage investing. It's very hard to do that outside of North America because you really need to spend a lot of time sort of germinating and mentoring and working with the companies. You just can't do that when it's abroad. You can get on a plane and go anywhere in North America. It doesn't work if it's outside.
Because we see like one of the goals of Capital Innovations events and the Venture Forum is to bring opportunity for co-investments, both from the United States, Europe, and so do you think there's the legislative way, like is it easy for a fund from the US to invest in a Canadian enterprise? What's the difference between investing in a US-based company or a Canadian-based company?
I think it's really not very different. I think maybe there's a mental barrier is bigger than the actual barrier. And it's amazing. I've been sort of mingling here in the crowd. I've met like the first 3 people I had a conversation with were from Boston. Right. And I mean, it's like I want to meet some Canadians. So that just shows you that it really is very close to Boston. Our keynote speaker is flying in and out of Boston today. It's very
because Boston is closer than going to San Francisco, for example.
Exactly.
So
it's like the relationship between San Francisco and San Diego.
Right.
However, I will definitely recognize that there is a mental barrier of people investing in Canada. But once they've come up here and they realize how close it is, and
plus you get the tax credits.
You get the tax credits. They are important, and no one would admit
they impact a lot the bottom line of the company.
Exactly, and they're doing their job, which is to encourage investment and to grow companies and build jobs. They're doing their job because they do attract other capital, because you see the leverage that you get on your capital. Right. And capital is scarce, and if you can get leverage, I mean that's very valuable. It really is.
No, that's great. So how do you find this event so far? Do you think it's going to help foster a climate for more innovation and investments in
what I find is a very diverse mix of people.
Right.
And which is great. Sometimes I go to conferences and it's all venture people, or it's all companies presenting. Here you get to meet different service providers, investors, entrepreneurs, you get to meet. It's sort of a sampling of the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So it's
the whole innovation ecosystem.
Exactly, and you get to like just dip in and sort of grab a sample of it.
Right.
It's a very interesting conference, and I definitely made a lot of really valuable connections, even in the last hour. So
that's great.
I'm very glad that
glad
I came.
to hear.
Yeah.
Well, we're really glad to have you with us, and
Thanks
hopefully
so much.
you'll be back next year for
I look forward
2013
to
edition.
it. I look forward to it. Thanks
and
very much.
thank you very much for being here.
You're very welcome.
Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.